Hey, Anthony,
Yeah,
what do you think about the Texas lawmakers leaving the state in protest?
I think it's a really good gesture from the lawmakers and a clever way to delay the gerrymandering in the short term, but I don't think it's going to have any long term effect in preventing Texas from gerrymandering those districts.
Or what exactly is Texas trying to do?
Texas is basically redrawing their district maps, so the maps that determine who votes for what representative for the House of Congress. They're redrawing the maps in a way that would add basically 5 Republican seats to the House because the way they've redrawn the maps splits up Democrats into chunks that are too small to be fairly represented.
Isn't that illegal?
No, unfortunately not. It's frowned upon by the majority of the populace, but there's nothing illegal about it, and certainly Republican states don't care. They've been gerrymandering for a long time. It was pretty much the Trump administration's idea and direction to do this. The reason that Democratic senators left is because there's 150 members in the Texas House. Texas law requires that 100 of them have to be there for a vote to be considered valid. So by leaving, the Democratic lawmakers are essentially preventing the vote from taking place. But there's nothing that stops Governor Abbott of Texas from simply calling for the vote as soon as they return, right? So this can just continue in perpetuum, except that one, they're fined for not being there, and two, they can be dismissed under Texas state law for not showing up, or at least that's what's being threatened. Basically, for just being absent to their job. This isn't a long term solution, but it's certainly a good way to bring national attention to the issue.
I heard that there's a warrant out for their arrests.
Yeah, there's been some threats that if they don't return by, I think today, Monday, there would be a warrant out for their arrest. Doesn't really mean anything substantial. First of all, they're in other states right now, so Texas can't order their arrest in other states. And even if they were to return, there's not really any substance to the warrant. Like, there's not a charge that could be brought against them. It's mainly just pandering to the Republican audience. They might be arrested, but there isn't anything that would stick, in my opinion.
What do you think about Newsom saying that he's going to do the same in California?
I mean, at this point, trying to play fair and, play by a higher set of standards than the Republicans hasn't worked for the Democrats. So if Texas and the Republicans are going to stoop to this point, I don't see why we shouldn't balance the odds doing the same thing in California and New York and, other Democratic states that are able to do so.